Good morning, Year 2, and welcome to Drama. Today you're going to be watching an improvisation performed by myself, and I'm going to show you an improvisation on animals in the garden and the importance of sustainability. I'm going to show you the different elements associated with improvisation and how you can make your own improvisation. At the end of this performance, you will also be required to create an improvisation in drama with your peers. However, instead of using puppets or toys for improvisation, you will be acting with your peers and yourself. Okay, so let's get started. So I'm going to be using two different props here. We've got a frog and we've got a toad, and I'm going to be using this to show you my improvisation. Now, it's a good idea with improvisation. You can have kind of an idea of what you want to talk about, especially when we're using the theme of gardens, and I'm going to be talking about sustainability. But it's not necessary to have a full script or set plan of what you want to do, because this is where the fun and creativity comes in. Okay. Hello, my name is Freddy the Frog, and this is my garden. This is also my home. I love hopping in different areas of the garden. Something I love about my garden is that it feels very homey. There's lots of plants and flowers that I can rest under. Also, when I get hungry, there are lots of different insects that I can munch on. Yum, 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 yum. Yummy, that was a really good breakfast. Sometimes I change gardens and I move around depending on how I'm feeling and what the temperature is. Also, when I run out of food, I have to change homes. Something I love about my home is that it feels very homey. There's lots of different plants and flowers around to make it pretty, and there's lots of yummy food. Yum, 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 yum. But something I do not love about my home is when it gets polluted with rubbish. The thing is, when my home gets polluted, it gets very smelly and it doesn't look the same, and that means I have to find a different home, which actually puts me at danger. Oh no, look, there's a piece of plastic over there. Oh no, I can't pick it up, it's too big. I nearly tried to eat that and I could have been seriously injured. I need to find some friends to help me pick this up and clean up this garden. I have an idea. Let's go find my friend Tilly the toad. She always helps me when I'm in trouble. Tilly, Tilly, hey Tilly, are you anywhere around? Hey Freddy. Oh, hey Tilly, how are you? Yeah, I'm really good, thanks. Are you okay? Well, thanks for asking. I'm actually not. What? Why? What's wrong? Well, see that piece of rubbish? Oh wow, that's a big piece of rubbish. I know. Can you help me pick it up? I think so. Okay. Let's put effort in together. Okay, good idea. On the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Whee! Way to go! I think we did a really good job. So do I. But we need to make sure that stuff like this doesn't happen again. Our garden got really dirty. And it's really important to take care of the ecosystem. Hey kids, what do you think? Why is it so important to take care of the ecosystem? So students, now that you've just seen that improvisation about two friends in a garden talking about sustainability, what were some key things that we noticed? Well, first of all, we had a situation and we had 2 roles. Now, the situation was there was pollution in a garden and the one friend couldn't do it by himself, so he needed to grab his friend and they did it together. Something else that's really important to note is that there wasn't lots of different key ideas happening that we couldn't follow through. There was one main idea of someone, or we should say in this case, Freddie, the frog, trying to get rid of the pollution in the garden. So when you're planning your own improvisation, whilst you shouldn't have the whole thing planned out and scripted, it's a good idea to kind of take note of what's happening, where is it happening, when is it happening, who's it happening to, and what's at stake. In this case, what's happening? There was pollution in the garden. Where is it happening? In the garden. When is it happening? Well, you can take note around the setting. So probably in the morning or in the middle of the day. Who's it happening to? It's happening to two friends, Freddie and Tilly, the frog and the toad. And what's at stake? Well, their home, the garden that they care about and live in. Once you have a rough idea of what's happening, where it is happening, when it's happening, who it's happening to, and what's at stake, you can kind of start to plan a little bit your improvisation. You may have noticed in my improvisation, I changed my voice up a little bit as well to show a clear distinction between different characters. Because you're going to be making your own improvisation with yourself and your peers rather than props, you can also pay attention to your movement and your body language. So look at your posture, different facial expressions for different emotions, and that can really help establish a different role and situation. It's also important to know who your audience is going to be and how you're going to present yourself to your audience. So this could be where you're standing to make sure if you're filming yourself, you can be in the right frame. So class, now it is your job to make an improvisation. So you need to make an improvisation with your peers in groups of 4 about growing a garden and possibly what it would look like and when you're growing it, maybe what season. I look forward to watching them.